Liquid Gold.
Yes, earlymorningmob.com, the Golden Show. We're finally on. Did a couple Golden Debate shows before, but it's time to do the music. Really feel like we're doing something to change the world.
Liquid Gold.
There's other guys, what they look like, I don't know.
Liquid Gold.
Down there, one of those
counterparts. Got a couple topics and stuff. We did it in with 2 minute news, but mostly music. That's why I did this. My music.
I'm just trying.
Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of News in 2 Minutes, bringing you the news that you need to know every day. Let's begin. Japanese media organizations are beginning to understand and disclose the long-term dangers associated with the disaster at the Fukushima nuclear site, and varying outlets discussing the potentially catastrophic effects of long-term radiation exposure that is brought about by the ingestion of radioactive material not just within a year's period, but over the next 15 to 20 years. Researchers warn that there are no viable solutions to the continuation of radioactive water being dumped into the ocean or leaking into the sea through contaminated soil, and that the exponential effect of the leaks may have disastrous effects on local and global marine life. Analysts report that a government panel has addressed a portion of the long-term outlook for containment at the plant, and that the panel warned that even with the countermeasures that are currently being put into place to slow the contamination, the agency will not be able to fully address the risks of the water leaks by the end of the year 2020. As citizens in China worriedly await new cases of the H7N9 avian flu, the Chinese Center for Health Protection is warning all residents and visitors that have traveled throughout the affected areas to wear facial masks and seek immediate medical attention if suffering from flu-like symptoms. The warning comes as border control checkpoints are being put into place to scan all residents and travelers for signs of fever and fatigue, where officials will isolate and transfer any suspected cases to the quarantine sectors of nearby hospitals. Reports show that nations around the world are experiencing a sharp increase in food prices, with many countries showing a surge in inflation due to the higher cost of both food and living expenses. Analysts are warning that the cost of food may continue to outpace the average salary until at least 2018, and that fresh produce and meat may become luxury items for most of the developed world in the not-too-distant future.
It's the most secretive and controversial spy agency in the world. So why did the NSA open its doors and speak to 60 Minutes? Find out Sunday.
Social unrest as prices continue to climb. And to wrap things up, scientists warn that Asian sewage treatment plants to be a worldwide threat. South Korean intelligence shows that North Korea may be preparing for a nuclear test, and continued research on the magnitude and likely cataclysmic eruption could strike with the force of over 2,000 times the size of
Winning.
Unforgettable. So near or far, like a song of love that clings to me. How the thought of you does things to me. Never before has someone.
I'm just trying to wake you up, everybody. I'm just trying to wake you up.
Unforgettable in every way, and forevermore, that's how you'll stay. That's why, darling, it's incredible.
Winning.
Moves like Kobe Bryant. Bowling go, only the soul to block up, lock shit down. Mama told me you the giant. Bump out the nose cold, crime wave wholesome, baritone throne, so defiant. They stole the science from the OG. Carbon copy, sloppy try to hustle out the OD. Slap shot can't get past the Bernie man. Stone finger roam royalties zone off. Engine bummy stunts, coming in sons. Right on your tummy, hun. Roll stamina, still hungry some. Asthma clogged up, ramming small dialogue. Dog plasma road hog at all hammers. No matters what the tracks right and exact. It matters the scanner listen. System jammer, right on your rag. Black Panthers on the mission. Right back, ass ready to cook this shit. Babylon apple, natural habitat. Stone statues. Robotron, golden arms, Pentagon brain cell, alter gang, chain to the bumper, Wolfgang hunters, field goal punter tone, steel toe eruption. It's a gusher, tone crusher Smith, usher the style, stuffing more criminals, foul up in it now. Let off a signal with attitude, magnitude, vigil. The ego lives that size of cathedral, the track more lethal. Came back to see you, finish the job off proper. Clobber this shit, spit the lava, the helicopter hit you. Source, of course, may the force now be with you. These bangles that dangle, sinister phantom menace, handsome in my lenses. All in the wretched, just speaking my Spanish. Clips like banana grips, bonanza, just fancy in the club. Holly Berry, slow dance me, romance me, give me love.
Liquid gold.
Jackie Chan movements, hard to kill for real. Drill them some more with some old-fashioned smooth shit. Long-winded, splendid the bong blow. On a whole of ruthless, but a roll flow. Show improvement, this shit is cool whip to me. When I groove to rule, this music with a mule kick. 8 ball in the side pocket corner, 1 mark the chalk. Give me my pool stick, smoke the dip. Nose by the throat, full grip.
I'm just
Liquid gold.
wake you up, everybody. I'm trying to wake you up.
Winning.
Powers that be are terrified about tiny mouths and what might come out. It starts before you're able to
Down there in one of those catacombs.
Before you're able to talk. You should just stay where you are. Encourage you not to change and find just the way you are. And politicians that say their agenda's the same as yours, but still to this day deny the existence of a
Liquid gold.
Area 51, metallic weather balloons, 1,000 years in advance to what any weatherman use. They get everything they want. They wanted Kennedy's sword. They hired the lone gunman and watered the grassy knoll. And I can tell you the rest, what I would perceive as facts, but you should probably know this line is already tapped. Conspiracy theory.
Winning.
Intelligence information. I'm just trying to wake you up, everybody. I'm trying to wake you up.
Is clearly in jeopardy. Red team assembling, seeking approval for Operation Silencer. Servers confirming uplinks connection status. Connecting in 3, 2, 1.
Nation for polio, just like the rest of its patients. I know the truth, I witnessed it happen on separate occasions. That they created AIDS, a way to control overpopulation.
I'm just trying to wake you up, everybody. I'm trying to wake you up.
Secretly implanting tracking devices in their filament. That was just the beginning, an early means of surveillance. And now they see every move of the culprit and his assailants. And secret branches of government over kindness suspicions with weapons and beta testing, responding to all resistance, swiftly applying justice and making sure that it's upheld. Hierarchy empires, higher up than Mr. Rumsfeld. Illicit contributions from invisible IO cores are funding an operation to rid of the Michael Moores. And stockpiles of files will be disposed of them soon. And stock footage from Hollywood, stepping foot on the moon. And Hollywood is a puppet, and these interpretations emerge, preparing you for the worst. Now I can tell you the stats, but you should probably know this line is already tapped.
I'm just trying to wake you up, everybody. I'm trying to wake you up.
Ground forces awaiting approval.
When the East is in the house.
Oh my god.
When the East is in the house.
Oh my god.
Without the word, Blasi has emerged. Surge most from the first I finesse.
Winning.
Your best to diagnose. When I host, you get roast. Toast. When I rumble, you crumble. My stuff is good like Morongo. Soup. Rappers getting super and rugged while I'll unplug it when my semantics hit your nugget and expose. You know how it goes when it be gritty. When we roll, it's like we got the key to the city. It won't be pretty for you to challenge, knock you off balance. Bitter, reconsider your talent. You weasel, you better off pumping diesel. I find it feasible. Your days is over fronting evil. Shouting to your people trying to bless your spot, but we don't believe that, cause CBS tells a lot. Or who got shot and who does all the crime. Danger. And you do it all the time. When the East is in the house.
Oh my god.
Danger. When the East is in the house.
Oh my god.
When the East is in the house.
Oh my god.
Danger. When the East is in the house.
Oh my god.
Winning.
When the East is in the house.
Oh my god.
Liquid gold. Winning.
This other
I'm
guy's
just
what
trying
they
to
look
wake
like.
you up,
I don't
everybody.
know.
This don't make no sense to everybody.
The crosswinds, the firing pins, they click when I step behind the trash bin. Ran out of ammo, no doubt. My gat is dry like the fucking drop. Got to make my way home, hit the gate and
Golden Show on the Motormouth.com.
This other guy, what they look like, I don't know. This don't make no sense to everybody.
Liquid gold.
Down there in one of those calico. This other guy, what they look like, I don't know. This don't make no sense to everybody.
Kids, you fucking download that shit.
Guess what I'm holding? I'm out of bust my load. Still I'm easing on down the yellow brick road. What do you know? I'm taking a plain brown road. He's gonna break me down.
I'm just trying to wake you up, everybody. I'm trying to wake you up.
Judge not, but she be judged first.
Down there in one of those I'm just trying to wake you up. This other guy, I'm trying to wake you up. I don't know. This don't make no sense to
Burning in hell, but don't deserve to be. Got niggas I don't even know that wanna murder me just because they heard of me. And they know that the dark is for real, the bark is for real. When you see that spark, it'll kill. People about parking and chill. Take it over there, walk with it. From Mayo to Cali, Baltimore, back to New York with it. Come through flying, up 129. Up the school street, cause I come through mine. Barking my dogs, get at me, nigga. Get at me, nigga.
Winning.
The cat that used to say X is the best, so we still in. Yeah.
Liquid gold.
Cormega, the Golden Show.
So when lyrics were praised and listeners
Liquid
praised,
gold.
here I came against Kane, the rooftop where the dealers would hang and bubble gooses and sheepskins and DJs played your songs cause they love the music. Way before producers were getting paid for beats. Marley Marl was looping, he made y'all able to eat. And B-boys were battling as Gay Key on
Liquid gold.
Arlington. After school we watched Good Times and What's Happening. When Melly Mel made the message, it was monumental. Not only was it dope, it also spoke on our issues like Public Enemy. My memories essentially ill, like hip-hop was meant to be. KRS-One, Audio 2, Treacherous 3, Fearless 4, Furious 5, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. When T-La Rock was in his prime, he spit rhymes like no other in his time. When it came to getting fly, Slick Rick never improvised. L-Rock the Bell, DMC Rock, Cazals with shells. Skills matter, fucking rims and your record sales. Hip-hop, Sensor, and Mantronic, Ultra Magnetic, Schoolie D, and Bambada. When Houdini made friends, it was well-spoken. When Reddit Magic had their rivalry, radio was doper. Masters of ceremony, steady beat, dimples deep. Then Just Dice, Latoya hit the street. Then we got the era of EPMD, the Juice Crew, NC Light, and BDP. Main Swords, Breaking Adams had amazing rapping and beats, not basic sampling. Artists need to regain the
Winning. Winning.
Down there in one of those catacombs.
Liquid gold.
Asking for Mr. Brown, but man, the just like a
Think about it. Globalization and technology means you can go just about anywhere. But there are a whole lot of reasons you ought to come here. Tonight,
syntax a deep impact, Bruce Willis couldn't survive. A strange death
Tonight,
wasn't loud, I'm so reminded on the stage, cause Rock Kemp said, I'm 1 year older, 10 times more determined partner. A every situation like Chaka, Chewbacca. Connect the dots, murder by design. It's on your intellect and fertilize your mind. Pull out your gauge and we can face off like Nicolas Cage. Battle for the second coming to Christ and see whose soul gets saved. One night, I tell her like Usher, you wanna lead a cloud you with and start a new relationship. Make the take the
I'm just liquid gold. There's other guys, what they look like, I don't know.
Winning. Liquid gold.
Riot gear, I kick this shit like tear gas. I be all up on that shit, just trying to get it, just shake that ass. Don't shake it, break it, I'm up on the floor. I'm trying to get a title, kill on my rivals. Spit scriptures just like a Bible. No God tips, I be flow rip. But there's so many devils there on earth, up in the crust. Flip a flip, yo, that's a must. That's what we do, that's a toast.
Winning.
Yeah, there's no fear. Flames like a bear. Got him in that clutch. Crack him like that dust. Light him up the rug. Be about it, man. Be about it. Breathe it in, just don't breathe it in too hard. Watch for the smart dust, man. Yeah.
Winning.
You're just fucking frogs, man. Light it up, light it up. Light it up, light it up. Check it, yo. My warp of frequency path. Smart dust and dust map. The movement must live above that. Not like math. Mics in half. Release off the back. Humans government rifles. I want the mic story of my life. Y'all mouth like Fightful. My lichens get spiteful. The fat cats in America eating share too. This is childed. I'm off my pineal gland wilded. Y'all just paninis. The greedy stay smiling. Know that you gotta live your life to the fullest. The devil's problem. Good thing my lichens are starving. I'm out of this world. Hi, I'm Marvin. No, but I'm green. Kryptonite. But the paper ain't my life.
Liquid gold.
But anyway, that was just my little side note that I had to make because people are bashing the scientists and getting all huffy about it. I just want to tell people, shut up already. Science. Okay?
Yeah, shut up, science. That's what I'm going to say now.
Alrighty, it's science. This is what happens. People get excited. They go,
I suppose they hate cause we snuck under their nose. They froze, stuck like they was popping no dose. But wait, listen clear like we were talking some things. Who knew it actually grow? Why niggas think they made it kitchen savagely blow? Sorry for the rest, but they are tragically slow. And now that you know, you should never challenge them. No, the niggas
The Revelation, which is the last book, it speaks about the
It does. It not really makes sense for everybody. Like I say, I remember
it's time. Saturn creates time. Winning. And for all intents and purposes, that thing is God. But it's their God. It's not mine. Because there's one higher than that one. You know,
I'm just trying to wake you up, everybody. I'm trying to wake you up.
Infinity, it's infinity. I-N, like inside. Infinity means time, so you're in time.
Now you know your
As I stated
neighborhood.
yesterday,
Even the backyard next door might have broken into your neighbor's home. Report him.
A strange car parked illegally might be loaded with stolen goods waiting to make a getaway. Report him.
That loud fight next door might be the start of a violent crime. Report him.
If you see a prowler at night, don't frighten him away by turning on a light.
And that goes back to the seal of
Liquid gold.
There's a thing that people drive around with on their car. It's called the Jesus fish. And all that is a sine and a cosine wave because it's representing the seal of Saturn. So now you understand this is still, it's all based on Saturn. It's all based on time and space. You know? I don't want to offend anybody's religious beliefs. I still believe in Jesus Christ. It doesn't change my mind one.
Down there in one of those
catacombs. Winning. Book. It's a good moralistic book. It does represent the Son of God, my Savior. Aside from that, it's a great moralistic book. You know, but it's encoded messages. You know, I guarantee you, NASA knows more about that planet Saturn. Trust me, than they're letting on to the public. Okay, they know way more about that because they've known about Saturn from the beginning of time. That planet is what rules this world, and as soon as the people understand that, the better off they're going to be. They just kept it hidden from you because
I'm just trying to wake you up.
Winning.
There's other guys what they look like. I don't know. This don't make no sense for everybody.
But in reality, churches have nothing.
Hillary Clinton.
It's almost too delicious to believe, my
that's
friend.
the serpent that's in the Garden of Eden. The Bible is not bullshit, but the way that they crafted the story and made you think of something else is. And on top of that, when you're trying to explain physics to a guy, you know, that doesn't understand physics, you have to use other means, and that's why they use the story of the Garden of Eden. It's called Oribus. It's a snake biting its tail. Okay? That represents Saturn. It comes out of Babylonia and represents Saturn. That was time. It wasn't a serpent as in a snake. It was a serpent as far as time. A sine wave. Red and blue. The sine and the cosine wave that creates time. We have it's interesting because the Masons have a red and blue lodge. That's a time cube. It represents time and space. It has nothing to do with Jesus Christ. It has nothing to do with saving your soul. In Revelations, which is the last book, it speaks about the beast. The beast is Saturn. It says we can bring war against the beast.
Down there in one of those catacombs. There's other guys, what they look like, I don't know. This don't make no sense.
Okay, so why do they say that we're sinful? They say that we're sinful, or that you're born of natural sin, because you're born into sign. And when you're born into time, when you're born into sign, you're born into sin.
I mean, to discuss that, you gotta be pretty disgusting.
Why? Because here, that's ruled by time.
Brightest star in the heavens, many times brighter than the sun.
The Creator is timeless. There is no time where He exists. This thing that men call God is the God of infinity.
The people have the power if they only realized it, organized it, and focused it.
If you want to stay here, you can be with Him for infinity. It's a loop. You go round and around and around. You have to arise above that and get to where there is no time. So when they say, oh, man's born of natural sin, you are born into the third dimension. And as the Bible says, the wages of sin is death. When you're born into the third dimension, you live in the third dimension, and as we all know, time, given enough of it, destroys everything. Okay? That's why in Revelations, the beast is Saturn, because it regulates time. Given enough of it, it will kill you, your friends, your pets, destroy, rust, break down everything.
Down there in one of those catacombs. There's other guys, what they look like, I don't know.
And wailing
this
and
don't make no
gnashing of
sense,
teeth.
everybody.
And that is why, it's interesting, because when you look, I forgot to bring this up, when you look at a sine wave written, okay, written in physics, it's red, okay? And because that's sin, and that's in reference to sign, represents time, and the devil is what color? He's red.
I'm just
Nobody is born into
the
like everything else. First of all, the Old Testament was never supposed to be in your possession. The Jews did not want that out because those stories are coded stories that are written in high physics. The Old Testament is stories about reflections, light waves, atomic weights, mathematical codes that are what that thing up in the sky creates.
I'm just trying to wake you up, everybody. I'm trying to wake you up.
Hillary Clinton.
It's almost too delicious to believe, my friend.
If you're too afraid to stand up and defend this nation and its constitution, then what will you do if China attacks anybody else?
The earth is like a battery. As the light comes in, it's recharging the other side when everybody's sleeping. Okay? And as it spins, and it comes around, and it's nighttime on Earth.
If you're too afraid to stand up and defend this nation, what will you do if China attacks anybody else?
I'm bad to the bone, cornerstone in my eye, rise like them gemstones, melt the ozone, seen the damn drone flown. Made my telephone roam in the unknown in the no-fly zone. Check faster than a cyclone, twisted like a bone of that homegrown. Now no one's home, no touch tones. How the rat tone for that beat. More testosterone release. Yeah, no test homes. Now watch out to be on a tombstone. Yeah, you just hit the twilight zone. Rhyme fresh like Palm Leon. Bomb baby under the radar like a drone. Bond shit we are just on before it homes. Now get out my hangar, boy. You ain't got the clearance, son. Yo, it's a war zone. We keep it real close. We keep the light on. Hit you with the drones. Hit you with the drones. They try to kill me, but they only got my phone. Hit you with the drones. Hit you with the drones. They try to kill me, but they only got my phone. Hit you with the drones. Hit you with the drones. They try to kill me, but they only got my phone. Hit you with the drones. Hit you with the drones. They try to kill me, but they only got my clone. They only got my clone. Neva's headed home. They trying to get high, but they'll never get my soul. Terminator shit, Skynet, from my fucking phone. Attacking the clones, attacking the drones.
They're having trouble getting the gold. It's being locked so quick.
Innocent victims, these are the times we live in. They got orders from the Vatican, calling the satellite. 500 took the gold out the boat, trying to detonate. You said detonation before we have war. Abomination, abomination. Eradicate the population, we'll make one. It's more than combat. Hit you with the drones, hit you with the drones. They try to kill me, but they only got my clone. Hit you with the drones, hit you with the drones. They try to kill me, but they only got my clone.
I believe that Jesus is my Savior, and I think a lot of things that that guy said.
Get out of here. Trust the Bagels. Open minds on empty. Like, comment, share, and download. Let's stay golden. The line. They try to keep us down. Let's stay golden.
Religion means to tie down, restrain, or hold back, and that means
because of the obvious threat to untold numbers of citizens, and because of the crisis which is even now developing, this radio station will remain on the air day and night. This station and hundreds of other radio and TV stations throughout this part of the country are pooling their resources through an emergency network hookup to keep you informed of all developments.
I'm just the ghost of your job. Just don't make no sense about it.
At this hour, they report the level of the mysterious radiation continues to increase steadily. So long as this situation remains, government spokesman warns that dead bodies will continue to be transformed into the flesh of eagles. All persons who die during this crisis, from whatever cause, will come back to life to seek human victims unless their bodies are first disposed of.
Winning. Hypnotize people, lure them into her house, and then feed off of them. Sounds like a church. So Jesus never really used the word church.
I'm just winning. These other guys, what they look like, I don't know. Just don't make